Hello everybody, this is your favorite YouTuber, favorite camp counselor, favorite teacher, Mr. Escobar, here with another video. Today's Sunday. I'm actually went to go visit my mom. She doesn't want to be on camera. She's too Hollywood for that. Anyways, I'm here in Riverside, California, which is about an hour and 15 minutes away from Los Angeles. And it's a big city. They have a lot of people that live here, and they have a lot of historical stuff that you can see and places you can go. But there's this one spot that I've always known that it's here, and I wanted to go ahead and show you boys and girls a little bit about it, you know. So hopefully this video won't be too long, but I want to teach you something, okay, about America, about American pop culture way back in the late 1930s, 1939 to be exact. So a very important Hollywood story, and yeah, let's get to it so I can show you where I'm at right now. Let's go to it right now. Okay, so it's a wonderful Sunday here in Riverside, California, and the reason why I wanted to stop here is because of this building right here. This is the Fox Riverside Theater, and they do musicals now, but back in 1939 it was a movie theater. And this building, this movie theater, is very famous to Hollywood lore. Something happened here on September the 9th, 1939, and I believe they have a plaque right under these walls here, so I'm gonna go check it out. So let's get close to it, and let me tell a little history, a little story of what happened on September the 9th, 1939 in this building right here. Okay, so here's the marquee, and you can see that they use it now for musicals, but here's the old ticket booth that still stands today. You won't see that very often on newer theaters, and of course they do have shows, like they have musicals, or what they're I'm not familiar with any of these musicals, by the way, but they'll have things over there. But I did see a plaque here. Let's check it out. And yeah, it just shows you that this theater was open in 1939. It's part of the landmark here in this city of Riverside. But something amazing happened in this theater. Let me tell you a little story on why this theater was so famous at one point in world history, I should say. And there's the box office, you see that? All right, so let me go ahead and tell you the story right now. So let me paint you a story really quick. In 1936, an American writer by the name of Margaret Mitchell wrote a book, and this book became extremely famous around the country, and it's a book about the Civil War, an American Civil War, in which profiles this woman that lived through it. And this book became so famous that America demanded Hollywood to make a movie out of this book, and MGM won the bid to make this movie, and so they started filming, and they had a lot of problems during filming. So when they were filming this movie, they were also filming another movie, which you probably know, was The Wizard of Oz. And Fleming, who was the director for Wizard of Oz, during the middle of the movie, was called out to help and do this particular movie that I was going to be talking about. And so he was actually filming two movies at the same time. And also they have multiple directors, and they had problems, they had delays, they had, you know, a lot of issues. And so the Americans or film fanatics, they were getting upset. It's like, when is this movie going to be done? This movie is never going to be done. It's taking too long. We're all waiting for it. But they also demanded that an actor by the name of Clark Gable, who was working for another movie studio at the time be in this movie. Otherwise, they would not watch this movie. Back in the 1939s, movies that were made back then was extremely a popular medium, okay? And so people were waiting and waiting and waiting to see this particular movie, and yet it was taking a while. But then something happened on that September 9th, 1939. I'm in the back of the building. They added a few things here, pretty much from the old days. It's a very nice city. Look at that library. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's get back to the front of the theater so I can finish up this particular story on what happened here on that date. So what happened is that on one night, the director and the producers of this movie that they were making, they did have most of it done, except for the opening credits and some other filming scenes. But they wanted to have a test market on what people would think about this movie. So what they did was, secretly, they drove randomly to this theater about an hour away from, like almost an hour and a half away from Hollywood, and they came upon this theater and they asked the productionist, put this movie on after the other movies finished, and he or she did. And let me tell you how dramatic it was on that particular night, and tell you what happened. So after the movie that these people pay to see was finished, it was at night, an usher came out and says, "Hey, we're about to show you a movie for free. I can't tell you anything about it. I can't tell you who stars in it, but if you want to watch this movie, you can stay. Otherwise, you can go ahead and leave and have a good night." And people were like, "Well, who stars in the movie? What is this movie about?" And the usher's like, "You know what? I can't really tell you, but I promise you, if you stay, you're gonna be really, really thrilled." But unfortunately, you know, about a third of the people left. But the people that remained behind, oh boy, did they get a real big treat, because they premiered that movie in this theater right here. And when the audience saw the opening title of this movie, they were just flipped out. It's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm actually seeing this movie. All America during that time wanted to see this movie so bad. Think of it like this. Think of it like if you have an opportunity to go see Fast and Furious like 6 months before the movie comes out. You'll be incredibly lucky, right? So they watched this movie and they absolutely adored it. And the people who were in the audience watching this movie became local celebrities. In fact, not only local celebrities, but they became celebrities around the country. And they were being interviewed by newspapers and say, "Hey, can you tell us more about how this movie was?" And they were just telling them, the newspapers, that goes, "Oh, this is the best movie I've ever seen." The people who left and did not stay, they regretted it to the rest of their lives. But this is really, really important in Hollywood, because the movie that they premiered in this theater on a one-time showing for that one night before, a year later when they released the movie, was in fact Gone with the Wind, starring Vivian Leigh and Clark Gable, directed by the same person who directed The Wizard of Oz. And it happened here historically. And because of that movie, I would say that it's probably one of those movies that ended up making movies as blockbusters. In fact, it won so many Academy Awards, and it was like an epic story about something that happened in American history. It tells a story about this woman who fell in love, or may have fallen in love, and during this particular time in history, and during the Civil War, and people were just fascinated by this movie. But it all happened right here. And the reason why this means a lot to me is because This guy right here, this guy won a contest years ago to see Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, a month before they opened it to the world. And so I can imagine people way back in 1939 on how they were really excited that they were able to witness history. So this building is a historical building for many reasons, but it's definitely an American icon in which really helped Hollywood become what it is today. So I just wanted to show you that, guys. I know my mom lives pretty close to this area, so I wanted to teach her history. But again, she doesn't want to be on camera because she's too Hollywood. But yeah, I hope you enjoy that a little bit. I hope you enjoy this lesson, and yeah, I just hope you have a great day, and don't forget, never stop being a teacher, because I care about each and every single one of you. Okay, so let me go ahead and stand over here and end this video properly. Check it out. Well, it's going to be here on November 16th. So it's coming up soon. So if you like the I'm a Barbie Girl, that song, that's the band who performs it. That's the only song I know. They're from Sweden. So if you like that Barbie song, they're going to be here November 16th. So hopefully maybe you can come down here with your family and check out this theater. Okay, that's it for this one here. I just wanted to show you a little bit of California history, a little bit of Hollywood history, a little of Mr. Escobar's history. So I've always known about this theater. I've actually used to visit it a couple times. I've never actually been in there, but my mom has. She saw a musical here not so long ago. Anyways, I hope that you are having a great time with your family. I'm gonna see you guys on Tuesday. Don't forget that Mr. Escobar has you up here and down here, okay? So much love for this one, and I can't wait to do the next one, because I only do these videos for you, okay? Don't forget, okay? And never forget that I'm the greatest man that has ever lived. All right, bye. The historical Riverside, the city of Riverside, and there it is, the Fox Theater. A wonderful mural, really, really awesome. This is the Mission Inn hotel. It's a very, very famous hotel here in Riverside. I stayed here one time a few years back when I was in college, in fact, and they have a lot of uniqueness here. It was actually designed to look like a mission, and I'm just wanted to bring my mom here because she's never been inside. I think she's been in here one time, but look at that. It's not unique, and they have like birds here, and they just have some, you know, fountains over here, and it's just a very unique place to go, you know. It's very, very nice over here. So I'm inside the lobby here at the Mission Inn Hotel. Now, I've actually stayed here a few years back, but in the lobby in there they have a restaurant that's American president themes. Now, speaking of American president, let's see how good I am. Now, they don't have names on the paintings here, and then there's a reason why it's American theme, president theme, and I'll tell you that in a moment. But Benjamin Harris, that's William McKinley, that is Theodore Roosevelt. Hope I get this right. That is George Bush Sr. That's William Taft, and I'll tell you a little bit more about William Taft in a moment. I believe that's Calvin Coolidge, John F. Kennedy, General Ford, Ronald Reagan, George Bush W., the son of just Sr., and here's Richard Nixon. Now, Richard Nixon was actually married here. He was our 37th president of the United States, and he was married to Patricia Ryan on June the 21st, 1940, so before he was president. And so I know a lot about this president. I know everything about him. But this is one of many reasons why this particular hotel is pretty famous, because he was actually married there. Now, William Taft, which I mentioned over here, was president during my grandpa's time, and my grandpa taught me everything about William Taft. He was a very unique character because he was the biggest president we ever had. He was over 300 pounds. He was a big dude, and he actually was about to come here, and they made something for him where he got really offended that he never actually used it. So let me show you what they made for him, and it's still in this hotel today. Now I had to back up a little bit, but they heard that Mr. President Taft was going to come here on a banquet on October the 12th, 1909. Hopefully my camera will pick it up. And they made this chair, which is a huge chair. I can't, it's like 3 of me in there, if you can imagine. They made this chair for him, and he got kind of offended because of making this chair. I don't think he actually sat on it. I'm not quite sure, but he was a huge man, and he needed a huge chair for that. So this is the actual Taft chair. That's really historical, and let me see if I can sit down. You can see I got a lot of room over here and a lot of room over here. So maybe if he sat on this chair, then maybe, you know, Mr. Escobar, you know, sat in greatness, I guess. He did a lot for the country, but he was a very unique man that my grandpa used to talk about. So this is Taft chair, and I actually visit his gravesite. He's one out of 2 presidents that's buried in Arlington Cemetery in Washington, D.C., the other being John F. Kennedy over there. So John F. Kennedy and William Taft is buried in Arlington Cemetery, and I visited. So this is his chair. And so this wonderful hotel, which it's all decked out, you can see, is a very wonderful spot, and I hope you get a chance to visit it soon. And this is part of the lobby, by the way, but they have another restaurant over here, but you can see this is a very, very prestigious place. And yeah, I think it's like $400 to $500 a night to stay here, and I stayed here for 2 nights one time. So there he is, the Mission Inn Hotel. So my mom's a little bit bougie, and she wants to go get a high profile cupcake. Mom, why do you have to be so bougie? I won't show you, but can you share your voice on why you want to be bougie? I don't know. Seriously? Yeah, I did. Okay, we're gonna go in there because my mom is upper high class, and to be honest with you, I've never seen my mom make cupcakes before, and so no, you did not make cupcakes. There you go. Yeah, right. So here we are, and looks like we're gonna get cupcakes. Yes, it's nice. Okay. All right, check it out. They have some wonderful cupcakes here, and I don't know what that is, but that looks pretty good.
They all have
like what?
Cream cheese on it. They're all very good.
This one looks good. I want that one. Which one do you want?
No, I don't want anything.
You sure?
Yeah.
Look at all these.
No, they're all very good. I tasted.
You've been here before, right? Yeah. I need some coffee, that's why. Okay, boys and girls, I'm gonna get that one here, and I'm gonna tell you how it tastes, okay?
I don't know what that one is.
Which one? I don't know what it is, but it's good.
Why don't you ask the girl?
I'm just gonna get it, I don't care. Look at that, I'm carrying a pink cupcake bag. Look at this, Mr. Escobar. Could you imagine that? And I actually went to a cupcake place. Now the fellas, please give me a pass on that. I actually took my mom here, okay? So it's not like I'm gonna come here every single day. I'll probably be here tomorrow. Anyways, there it is, Casey's Cupcakes. And I got myself a red velvet cupcake. Now last time I had a red velvet cupcake, or any cupcake, was when I went to New York a few years back, because they have a lot of cupcake factory. What was that? No, I want something. I want a Coke Zero. Do you want a soda too?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure they have great establishment over here that they don't have anything. They're all restaurants, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe we have to go to 7-Eleven. But let me sit here and let me show the kids, and I can show them how good this cupcake is, and I'll give them an honest review. Okay, here it is. It's a red velvet cupcake, and from Casey's Cupcake. So let me give you an honest review, okay? Now I don't know how this short video became a long video with another food video that you boys and girls like me to do. and I don't eat that much sugar, so I don't know how many bites I'm gonna have with this. Maybe 1 or maybe 2, but I'll save the rest for later. But it looks good. Okay, it looks great. And yeah, high profile cupcake place here in Riverside, California. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it's very good. Ooh, that first bite. It's a lot of sugar. One more? One more? You sure you don't want any, Mom? It's cupcake, Mom. You never
I
made.
don't eat a lot of sugar.
But you never make cupcakes for me. Never in my whole entire life.
The Girl Scout.
Do you think I'm a Girl Scout?
And I burned them.
No. You never made any
I show you when we were in Boy
You
Scouts.
never made cupcakes for me. You always bought them at Alphabetos and Ralph's.
No, that's not true.
Have you ever made a cake for me?
No,
Because you don't know how to bake. Exactly. If you don't know how to make bake, you know. And when's the last time did you ever make pancakes for me?
I don't know.
You never made any pancake. Anything with flour you never made.
I don't like to cook.
Mom, I guess I don't know how to eat either. You see that red mark that was there? That was embarrassing. You sure you don't want some?
No.
My mom doesn't want one. Okay. See you guys later. Bye.